This presentation will focus on anti-drug antibody-mediated hypersensitivity reactions to biologic drugs. It is intended to cover types of immune-mediated adverse reactions to biologic drugs, mechanisms and clinical symptoms of hypersensitivity reactions that are mediated by anti-drug antibodies, also referred to here as ADA, and this presentation is intended to illustrate the importance of investigations into ADA-mediated hypersensitivity reactions to biologic drugs. And we will review a couple case studies to help illustrate these points. Adverse events to biologic drugs can be related to a number of factors. Adverse reactions can be due to a consequence that might be predicted based on the expected biological activity of the drug, where it is related to the anticipated consequences of the interaction between the biotherapeutic and its target. For example, insulin functions by reducing blood glucose levels in diabetics, but could certainly lead to hypoglycemia, which is an adverse event if the dosing is not optimal. Some adverse events may not be predicted by the known biology of the target and could be due to previously unknown biological activity. An example of this is broad T-cell activation and cytokine storm of an anti-CD28 antibody, which was previously predicted to interact only with lymphocytes. Another example is the cardiotoxicity found with an anti-HER2 antibody, which revealed previously unknown signaling pathways in the adult human heart. The third category describes immune response-mediated adverse events in which anti-drug antibodies develop. With the exception of vaccines, anti-drug antibodies are unrelated to the intended target of the biologic drug. Some cause hypersensitivity reactions, and some could lead to immunodeficiency syndromes when ADAs cross-react and neutralize endogenous counterparts. An example of the latter is when cross-reactive neutralizing antibodies that were formed against recombinant thrombopoietin also bind to and inactivate endogenous thrombopoietin. This, of course, could lead to thrombocytopenia. It is important here to distinguish immunotoxicity versus immunogenicity. Immunotoxicity encompasses all types of adverse events involving the immune system. By this definition, immunogenicity, which specifically results in the formation of anti-drug antibodies, can also be classified as an immunotoxicological event. However, it is unlike other immunotoxicological events in that it is not related to the target biology of the drug. For more information on immunotoxicological events that relate to the target biology of the drug, please explore Lecture 3.6. This presentation is focusing on immunogenicity, that is the formation of anti-drug antibodies and how they relate to hypersensitivity reactions.